Good morning, YouTube world. It is bright and early on this Saturday morning. It's 7:32 Eastern Standard Time over here in New York City. I got my tea here. Uh, Literally woke up like 5 minutes ago. But last night I watched Trick or Treat 1986 is a first time watch for me. I want to take you guys through it, let you know my thoughts because this thing is still available, but not for long. Now let's hit that music. All right, guys. So yeah, grab your favorite hot beverage. Come sit for a minute with your boy Robbie Miles. I'm gonna take you through 1986's Trick or Treat. Now, this is released by a company called Red Shirt Pictures, which, to be honest with you, I have nothing. I don't know what else they've put out. I don't think I have anything else from them. But Red Shirt Pictures is the company that put this out, and it was sold uh, pretty much exclusively through Synapse Films distributions and Diabolic DVD. I don't maybe Orbit had I don't know. I don't believe so because Orbit is overseas. I believe it's just a U.S. release. um, so Trick or Treat in 1986, guys. This was a movie that I really did not like. I see the artwork on there. I opted for there were three different artworks that were released. Um, and I opted for B artwork. This is by a guy named Devin Whitehead, who I believe does a lot of the cavity color stuff. Um, I actually kind of prefer the A artwork now. I don't know what the back's like, but the back on it B is sick. But I've been seeing a lot of people post pictures of A. I thought A. I really like the font on A. Anyway, I'll show you guys all of them. But yeah. So Trick or Treat limited edition. This movie came out in 1986. Now, a few things about this movie is this. Okay, this was like a forgotten gem of the video store era, and a movie I had, to be quite frank and completely honest with you, I had never heard of it, and I 1986 was the year I was born. And I had heard of it through the Dead Pit Boys and over there, and I'm glad I did because this movie is great. It's a great genre piece of the 80's. Um, Basically, a high school kid is getting bullied and picked on by the jocks, and he's had enough. He's also a huge metal fan, headbanger, and is the heart and soul of his fanhood. Everything that he loves is a guy named Sammy Kerr, who's this rock god idol kind of thing. And the premise of the movie is that Sammy Kerr, there's a tragic passing, and the main, you know, the main guy in the movie is devastated, and that's kind of where the movie takes off, and he needs help with the bullies and all that stuff. So it doesn't get more 80s than that, right? It doesn't get more 80s than bullies picking on the metal kid. The eclectic kid's a little different, and then there's one girl kind of thinks kindly of him. And so anyway, back to what I was saying is I didn't know this movie at all. I'd never even heard of it. And the Dead Pit Boys were talking about big time that this was a massive release. So I trust their judgment when it comes to movies. And this was a very interesting the way this was put out was very interesting because people were clamoring for it, and it was like, when is this coming out? Apparently, it was years and years in the making, and they were like, oh, another year is going to go by when this is not going to be released. And then on like October 27th, we got this countdown on Synapse Films saying 24 hours and just a rock hand with like the lightning bolts. And lo and behold, they dropped it on like October 28th, and people were freaking out. And the website crashed, and it was this whole big deal. But it was all over this movie, Trick or Treat. So when a movie gets that kind of like recognition and clout, no matter the standings or circumstances, I'm gonna get it because it's one of the great things about being a physical media collector is that there's always more hidden gems. And even though I've seen a ton of movies, I have a massive collection. Trick or Treat's one that I've never seen, and it's cool to as a fan of physical media, most notably 80s and 90s films, it's really cool to have one that has slipped through the cracks like Trick or Treat come in and get released in an edition like this for someone like me that can finally enjoy it for what it is, and it's in a 4K Ultra HD, etc. So let me get into that for a second. So the 4K looks beautiful, the sound looks beautiful. The movie was great. Okay, I really enjoyed the movie. However, let me say this. Okay, I think I went in with astronomical expectations, and I feel that it fell short in a couple categories. Okay, there were a few scenes that were awesome. Okay, and really, felt horror-y to me and kind of brutal, to be honest with you, and really cool. But I think I needed a little more oomph. I really enjoyed it. I really did, and this is something that I'm going to watch probably once every couple years. Being that it's a Halloween movie, uh, I needed a little bit more oomph. I also thought the soundtrack was just okay. I think that was the biggest thing for me. I needed a better soundtrack, and I have to go back and listen. But it was just okay. I was expecting more. I guess more during the rock scenes, and where Sammy Kerr was kind of performing and singing. I expected more, I think, and it's not that it wasn't good. I enjoyed it, but it didn't hit me the way I thought it should. And maybe if I go back and watch it again, it'll be a different story. So that's kind of my review of Trick or Treat. I enjoyed it a lot. It probably got like an 8 out of 10 for me. Um, but it was missing a little something, and I can't quite pinpoint what it was. I think it might have been the soundtrack. I've seen other movies that are not predicated on rock music have better music. So at least for my taste. So I think that's what was a little twisted about the movie, and I was expecting more from the music. But yeah, so Trick or Treat 1986. You get the awesome hard box release. This artwork is Devin Whitehead. Again, I opted for cover B. I think I would have preferred A, looking back on things, but because everything was just crashing, I just jumped on the first one I could find. And I actually really like B. This is the one I preferred, but oh well. Anyway, so yeah, so the actual box art is awesome. Really, really cool. I like I give you the thick case. Sammy Kerr's a rock and roll nightmare. His fans won't let him die, and he won't let them live. Now that I'm reading it and looking back on it, I did really enjoy it. Um, what are you afraid of? It's only rock and roll. So now, also one thing to note is that there's a ton of special features on this. I have not gone into any of those, so maybe that'll help. Yeah, so a ton of special features on this. So yeah, you got the 4K disc, which again looks beautiful. You've got the slip case, hard box. You've got this is really cool, guys. The booklet. Look at the art on that. You got the booklet. Really cool stuff in here. I think the other thing for me now that I'm thinking about it, is that like it wasn't Halloweeny enough, which is okay. It's not. I know it's called Trick or Treat, but I think I would have liked a little more Halloween or again the music. Something was just not 100% 10 out of 10 for me. But I also went in with astronomical expectations. But this is the poster you get, which I love this artwork. It's really really cool. Okay, then you get the Sammy Kerr on the back, like a signed print. I mean, it's badass, dude. It is. And the more I think about it, the more I liked it. I think. Um, Really cool poster. So that's the release. Now it's up to you if you've not picked this up yet. It's up to you what you want to do with this. If you're gonna get it or not. I would 1,000% recommend you getting it. It's worth every single penny. And again, I really enjoyed the film. And I think I'll enjoy it more as I watch it. For sure. Let's see if I can put it in like this. The more times I watch it, I enjoy it more and more. I think I just maybe was expecting something a little different. Um, I don't know. See if I can put this in. Anyway, so yeah, Trick or Treat 1986. Now here's the last thing about this release, guys. I'm having difficulties. I'll put this in after. Here's the thing about this release, guys. Um, let's try one more time. There you go, easy peasy. The last thing about this release is this is a very limited run. They did, I think, 6,600, like 2,200 of each edition. Now, if you go on Synapse, also down on Diabolics, that's not even an option. If you go on Synapse, okay, let me share my screen real quick. They are still available, but you'll see that the limited collector's edition C style is already sold out. Okay. So you got A and B left, and I'm telling you guys, they're gonna sell out soon. This is not a drill. If you are interested in this movie, get it now. Okay. You're not gonna be able to get it after. Also, there's been no word of a standard edition, so who knows what's gonna happen. It's possible they do it, sometime down the road. But I mean, why not opt for the hard box, guys? Get the limited edition. But also, you don't know. You don't know with these things, especially with these extremely boutique label, um, kind of things like Red Shirt. I have nothing from Red Shirt. So, with something like this, they put out these releases. You just don't know if there's going to be a standard release or not. So jump on it. Here's the artwork for A. You can see it right there. Really cool. And then again, the one I opted for. The one I opted for, which was B, which is here. Okay. So listen, guys, there you have it. Trick or Treat 1986. I really enjoyed it. Fun movie. I do strongly recommend it if you have not seen it, or if you have seen it. It's just one of those things that I had to catalog. I just had to do it. So listen, if you're a fan of 80's, if you're a fan of punk rock, if you're a fan of leather jackets and Halloween and bullies, picking on the metal kid tropes, and some pretty cool gore scenes. This is a movie for you guys. Definitely check it out. You don't want to look back and be like, I never got that. I never, I didn't get that release. Now I'm kicking myself, because I think this is a pretty unique release, and one that people are going to be talking about for a long time. So there you have it, guys. Trick or Treat in 1986. My thoughts, my take. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Drink a hot beverage today. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.